Good evening and welcome to episode 86 of the Mysteries of Selindor. It has been a hot second. So I'm going to recap everybody really quick, including the players, because none of us remembers what was happening really. I have a personal note to myself. I need to remember that. So there was like a big scary sound out away from the village in the cauldron, and we ran towards it and found that Grim was fighting like a giant jellyfish monster surrounded by flumps, and there was also like this crow-like thing there, and we wound up killing the crow thing, and the jellyfish monster left with all the flumps, and the commotion unfortunately drew the attention of those asshole other party that we met when we first entered the cauldron with like a dragonborn at their lead, and they were like, hey, didn't we warn you not to kill uniques? And we were like, look, we were defending ourselves, but it still got stuff on it. If you want it, you can just extract stuff from the corpse. Who fucking cares? And they were like, nah. And then Mitnir was like, push the corpse off the edge. And then they were like, you bastards. And now they're attacking us, and we are in trouble. So here we go. Top of the round, it is Oren's turn.
Oh man, go time.
We've had a month to plan this, bitches. Let's go.
Wait, I have another question. Did we get a full rest before this?
No, we did not.
No.
Okay.
Nope, we have, nothing left.
Yep.
You guys are.
We are
tank.
real tired.
All right. Well, here goes nothing. If I fail any of these, I'm dead. Just saying. I will attack the bottom guy here.
The Dragonborn.
Is that? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
22 to hit.
Misses.
Oh no.
All right. I'm fucked. Well, swing again. 25 to hit.
That hits. Barely.
That will be 10 damage. I don't remember if my wings are still on.
I don't know either. I'm gonna say no, because it just seems like you guys were outside of combat for more than a minute, and I think it only lasts a minute, so no.
And then I will stunning strike.
Stunning strike, Constitution saving throw.
Yes, con save throw. DC 16.
Oh, then success.
Cool.
As in, he succeeded. He is not stunned.
Just new.
I will.
Yeah, he's fine. So
bonus
you see
action, flurry of blows.
All right.
I'm gonna attack the guy next to me.
All right.
This. Oh god, 11 to hit.
That's gonna miss. You even need to find his AC to tell you that misses.
Second attack. 18.
18 just hits.
Okay, that'll be 8 damage. And stunning strike.
That's a 16. So he just makes it, I suppose.
Cool. Yep, I'm dead.
So far, so good.
So how much damage did you do to the Dragonborn again?
10.
I didn't have 10. Okay, so barely anything.
Then I'm just gonna run away.
Sure, seems like a good idea.
Which way's towards the town?
Past them.
Past
Yeah.
them? Okay.
Rude.
I'm just imagining pop pop.
He's just punching them on his
60
way
feet.
by.
And because I have mobile, I don't provoke opportunity attacks. Because I
Do not.
attacked both of them.
Oh, clever, clever. So you juke through, you punch one straight in, and immediately like hit straight into his plate mail as he lifts a arm up, but then another uppercut comes straight through, hits him in the jaw, but you feel your fist like stinging against his hard scales. He just looks down at you with a grin. And the same thing, you just twist right around right when he's about to reach for you, and you slam into this dwarf, and the dwarf picks up his hammer and he lifts it up and he's about to slam it down on you when you just juke out of the way and run straight up these crazy ass vines past them. You're a monk, so I'm not gonna make you like roll for running up the incline. As you run past the other two, just like see ya, they just immediately like start raising their hands out towards you.
Pretty sure I can run
Rossi.
up walls.
I mean, certainly that incline. It's only like 45 degrees.
I think I have the ability where I can actually run up a wall or along a water,
there you go.
water surface.
There you go. Bropsy. I'm gonna flip you over, Bropsy, because you're upside down.
Okay.
Assuming I can.
Connect us in that channel.
It's so hard to flip you. Oh, here we go.
Thank you. What are you trying to say? I'm not fat. Where's my freaking number? It's been so long since I've used D&D Beyond. I don't know where anything is anymore.
Yeah, just confirming I do have the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids without falling during the move.
Oh.
Monks,
So
man.
it's I can walk on water until I stop and then I sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
As long as you go fast enough, the water doesn't have time to realize you're on top of it.
I need to be reminded of things because it's been a very long time. Seppi, you have a thing that makes you able to fly, correct?
Yeah, I might have used it already, but I have other plans I have other ways to get out, so I'm good.
Okay. Does Graham have any wild shapes left?
It might. Let me see. I also might not. Oh, I don't think I've
Perhaps
used
he's
them
yelling,
yet.
"Who needs a lift?" and turning into a bird.
I do have wild.
Turning into a
Turning into
different kind of
bigger
bird?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I was so confused. I was like, you are a bird. We're going to go with this one. It's not a bird, but it is
Good enough.
one of the things that actually chills in this zone. So we're going to go with that.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Except for they're usually much bigger.
Okay.
Or smaller. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm for clarification, I am turning into a bird like the one that I've turned into before, where I can
giant
carry
eagle?
two people. So
giant owl.
I am automatically grabbing Mitnir.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
And whoever else wants to jump on Bropsy's back
Hey.
has a chance to do that before I fly away.
Just go. Just go.
So you turn into this thing, you grab Mitnir. Mitnir, are you resisting or are you letting her grab you?
Don't be a dick.
I think I wouldn't resist because it'd be more surprised, like, oh shit, I'm getting grabbed.
Or it'd be like, oh, that tickles.
Okay, so you get picked up and move however far you want. Kita, you don't have any. I think their movement fly speed's like 60 feet, 80 feet, 60 feet, 40
I mean,
feet.
should I?
I'm going to say you can fly up to 60 feet.
Okay. There's nobody actually wants a ride.
Just go.
You got
Just go.
me here. Just
It would be an entire another round of combat for one of us to jump on. So
Technically, I could have held all of that until someone was ready.
well,
You
you
can.
can hold an action that would be a movement, but you still
Yeah.
have movement on this turn. So
yeah.
Yeah, you can just keep flying on this turn.
Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go over. Like,
Also, you might not be a bird by the time your turn came around.
Yeah. Giant eagle is 80 feet of movement.
80 feet. So you could go like all the way over here.
I can go over there.
So I guess let's put you over here with Mitnir. So you're over there. All right, what else we got going on? Mitnir, you're in the hands of this giant eagle as it transforms and scoops you up. Your little
Like-
dragon feet.
Sword as I get scooped up and like starting to rage, so I'm gonna rage. I'm being carried away, just like trying to pull the sword out. Just like wait a minute.
All right.
So I got rage going at least while I'm hanging there.
All right, you've got rage going. So as you guys fly off, you see the female hands begins to crackle with arcane energy, and she will reach out and throw a couple beams.
You bitch.
So that is a 20 to hit Orin, who ran past
Yes.
first. Oh, damn. So now we've got one to hit the bird. That is a... Oh, that's pretty low. That's 13 to hit.
I'm looking at the bird's AC.
That might still hit the bird.
It might, yeah.
Is 13.
So it just hits.
Okay. Question though, can I use a breath while I'm in bird form?
Yes, you take 21 points of...
I don't want to get knocked out of bird form, so I'm using a breath.
So as you use the breath of defense, the air reacts and forms around you, and as the spell crashes into it, it sort of redirects off and zips off, and you see this sort of explosion on the side of one of these massive roots, sort of branches that come out from the center of the cauldron. To no effect, luckily for you. The last one is just going to be a shot directly at Mitnir. That is a 21.
It's
Ooh, that's a big one. That is 29 points of force damage.
yep. That's. Do I? Rage doesn't do anything against force. Does
Not
it?
against force
I
damage.
don't think so. So 29.
Yes.
Right in the tuchus.
She's like.
Cool. And as they fire after you, just that is going to be their turn, Seti.
All right, I'm going to run over to Grim. And just be like, come with me, and do Dimension Door.
Okay, bye.
Which is 500 feet back towards town, which I think we were only 600 feet from town in the first place.
Yeah, you guys are like almost right back in like the crowd that's sort of forming, and you can like hear shouting coming from the town, saying all this stuff just right next to town. So as you guys are making your way back in, and you see this body sort of just fall back off, you guys have pretty effectively made your way out of combat already.
Yeah, as soon as we hit the ground, I'm running towards town. I'm like, there's another party attacking us.
So you see that all this yelling and shouting is going on in all directions. And as you guys begin to run your way there, you hear the sounds of like a roar behind you as the Archdruid begins transforming into a giant gorilla that you guys are all super familiar with, and begins like climbing its way afterwards. And right as they're coming after you, and you see this crowd of people beginning to almost panic, you see a sudden flash of lightning, somehow brighter than the lightning that's consistently flashing through the gray of the cauldron within the Stormlands. And as it crashes directly in between your party and theirs, you see a twist, the sort of like snaking movement of this large ethereal worm-like form moving between. You see as the gorilla just halts right as he's running. And you hear, "Stop this! Do not continue!" And as he lands there, you see this tiny, probably no more than 2.5 foot tall, like the smallest little halfling creature you have ever seen in a raincoat standing there, his entire cloak billowing in the rain, and the lightning all throughout the Stormlands seems to just like frame him in a way that makes him look so badass despite his diminutive stature. And you see that the large twisting snake around him shrinks back down and then twists and lands onto his shoulder as this tiny little electrical wormling. And then he says, "I've told you before, you need to behave within the cradle, otherwise you will be banished." And you hear the Dragonborn say, "We wasn't getting up to nothing. They're the ones who threw the first hit. I was just playing a little prank on that one there, and he kicked off resources."
He's lying about being the first one to throw the punch.
"I will have a discussion with all of you soon." And as he turns and looks at you, you see like, this like,
Too far away,
really
probably.
well kept, this like really well kept like beard and mustache and just like big bushy eyebrows. He's just like the oldest looking gnome you think you've probably ever seen in your entire life. But he just commands so much authority within this space. And as he sits there, he says, "You, the A-team, was it? That's not our name. Well, good enough. The A-team, you guys can find yourselves back inside, and I will deal with you later. I want no more of these shenanigans. Anyone on duty around here, please make sure there are no more straggling monsters. Keep the tip-top shape. Keep the cradle safe." He turns around and says, "Now you, go back to your space in the common place, and you all, why have I not met you?" And begins walking towards you and begins huffing his way over in this sort of like dark green raincoat.
Does this mean we don't get to fight?
As he gets close enough, he's kind of huffing. He's like, "Nobody's fighting near the Lifespring Cradle. It is not a place for violence. I will not accept that. Now then, who exactly are you? And why are you causing trouble in my streets?"
We're New Death. We only arrived in town not too long ago, and those guys have been trying to pick a fight with us since we got here. We didn't mean any harm to anybody. I tried to talk to them.
I don't need you to tell me your entire life story right now. I was just asking who the fuck you were. Come with me and we'll have a proper discussion somewhere where we can speak more privately. There's a lot of, well, onlookers here. You want to tell them your whole life story if you'd like, but I imagine privacy would be a better place to discuss.
Sure.
All right, the show's over, all you people. You all have work to do. You say, "Yes, Shu." You see people just get back to work or go back to their posts or whatever have you. And he begins walking up the outside of this sort of large arching like stairway that leads up to the big sort of dome bubble at the top. And you can see this little electrical snake just sort of like whipping around over his shoulders and like crawling and going at all of you. Like, so you guys notice that you have little animals floating over your shoulders, but they don't really move much. They kind of just react and hover. But his seems lively.
You're the one that they told us to talk to about the whirlpool, that you came back, or your monster came back?
What? Oh, yes, of course. Little Wormly here did come back with me. Of course, that's just the beginning of all things. You guys sort of skipped the tutorial, as it were.
Right. Yeah, we kind of hit the ground running.
Sort of see him get to one of the steps that's just like a little bit thicker than the others, and he has to use his hands to climb up onto it. It kind of takes him a second, and then he keeps climbing up. Oh, I gotta get these fixed. And then as he makes his way up to the top, you can see like the sort of dome. You can't even really see through it. It's just like covered in so much like moss growth and just like sort of like fogged up. You know how like a greenhouse gets sort of fogged up by the different temperature outside and in. It's just completely fogged up inside. And as he brings you guys inside, you find yourselves looking at this beautiful garden with these strange fruits that you've never seen before, growing out of very different plants all across this little garden. And then he goes, shakes his coat off and hangs it on a little like decorative piece of wood that's kind of like twisted and looks like a little coat rack. And he puts his little coat on it, walks over to what looks like a beanbag chair, sits down, and he says, "Well, join me, find a good comfortable place within the garden. Don't crush anything and don't touch the fruit."
Right,
You
of course.
Grim is definitely about to touch the fruit.
You don't want to know what this fruit is, but if you eat it, chances are you'll explode.
Oh,
Oh, that makes it even more interesting.
One after my own heart. Maybe we could have a conversation sometime.
Only
It's
if
not
we
a-
eat it?
It's not a mushroom, but if it's a fruit that makes you explode, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's really just about the fact that your bigger form could not handle the amount of life force within these fruits. It is my job to caretake them, and has been for some centuries.
oh. You've been here a long time then.
Oh, well, I've been here for some while. Came here by choice back in the earlier days.
Was this place ever open for you to?
Oh, no, but in the early days, before we found out that those got trapped within here, I was one of the ones that explored.
See?
Since the opening of the cauldron.
Well, I'm Seti, and we have Grim and Orin and Mitnir and Rapsy.
It is wonderful to meet you. He
Sure.
sticks out 5 little stubby fingers.
I just stick out a finger to shake.
Yeah, he grabs it. It's about the right size for him to shake. He's like, Well, it's wonderful to meet you, and welcome to the Lifespring Cradle. I know it's not much, but it is a safe haven for those of you here in a place of much turmoil.
Lovely. We're friends with the Sea Sworn.
Oh, the Sea Sworn. They arrived a few weeks ago. They're a good little group, moving at an understandable pace. Which is why I wonder why you, arriving after them, have come into such conflict with late bloom, with some of the late, I'm trying not to say late game. Some of the more veteran hunters within the cauldron.
Well, they were the first people we saw when we got here, and they were pretty.
Assholes.
They kind of said, "Stay out of our way."
Yes. They rubbed me the wrong way too, but they are hard workers, and they all have the same goal that we do, which is freedom of the people from here.
Yeah, I mean, I was
allow
happy
us
to
escape
just
the cauldron.
let them do
Oh,
their
that's
thing,
not
right?
our goal.
Oh, it is not your goal.
Our goal is
Well,
to.
we have discussions to have, I would assume.
That's just
What
part
is
of the
your
goal.
Your goal.
Well, the goal is to escape and get everybody out because being trapped
I'm
sucks.
getting conflicting information from the two of you. Perhaps you should discuss amongst yourselves and come back to me with a more well-thought thesis.
I don't know what Graham's talking about, but
That's
he's
our
always
goal.
doing
is-
his own thing.
That is one goal. We have other goals.
I
Like a
see.
good nap.
We knew we'd be stuck in here. We still came. It's fine.
Yes, we came to get everybody out.
Fair enough.
Just like we did with the other two.
So what seems to have caused this conflict? You said that you pushed something resources off of the side?
They showed up and wanted to fight us because we killed the crow that was attacking us in defending ourselves.
Oh, it was you who killed the dark crow monster. I
Yes.
see. Well, it's been plaguing the Stormlands these past few months. Slipped in here from the abyss.
Yeah, so they were mad at us for killing it and not saving it for them, but I was like, hey, you can still have the corpse. There's probably stuff left on it. And they were still being assholes and trying to pick a fight with us.
Oh,
And it was a shame it just slid off the edge.
Yeah.
I've caught enough of the piece of information. It's quite obvious you pushed it. You.
Wait.
Looks directly at Mitnir. He grabs a water pail and begins watering some of the plants. And he goes, well, you know, these sort of things happen. And it's totally all right if you want to get into some sort of conflict with one another. Just do it far away from here if you're going to be causing any actual destruction.
We don't want.
I know that they seem like they're hard people, but they are in fact working from the same goals that you are, depending on what I've heard. One of them, in fact, I believe, goes by the title of champion, which I have been informed is a big deal back in Selindor.
Yes.
Oh, no. That's my name, though.
You're a champion.
Of sorts.
That's what she said to say.
Well then, I imagine you are allowed the same allowances. Try not to get into too many conflicts with this group. We call them the A-Team, but I believe that their actual name of their group was True Protagonists.
Oh,
Right.
well. If they're true protagonists, how come they did not open the other cauldrons?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because they're the B team.
They're the B team.
When we investigated this cauldron, there were no other cauldrons.
Really?
We've heard whispers of those that have entered that there are more cauldrons, but this one, I believe, was the first to open.
Interesting. Well, it is the Cauldron of Life. We've been to the other two. They are open now. We got everybody out, and we came here to do the same to this one.
Interesting. Well, based on your success rate, I wish you the best. But try to remember, it's a difficult task to escape this place. We all know the means. It's just execution that has so far proven so difficult.
Yes, I would love to get your advice on what we could expect down there and what might be best. I've already built most of my monster.
How many monsters have you fought?
That a meanie.
Well, I'm talking about monsters that are from myths and legends. The greatest of most powerful. Dragons,
We fought
giants, titans, that sort of thing.
We fought a dragon.
yeah.
We fought a big giant thing, and another big giant thing that had
Does
like
the
a goat
phoenix count?
features. We fought.
Was it
Oh,
fire
certainly
giant?
a phoenix.
Oh, does the living tree count? He
Oh,
tried
that
to
was
hit
a
us.
while ago. I forgot about
Hard
the
to say,
tree.
perfectly possible. Well, it appears that you are very experienced hunters. Looking at your
Yes.
attire, I would not have necessarily guessed that, especially
tried-
since this one can't seem to afford pants.
We tried to stay on the down low.
He's talking about Orin, whose pants melted off.
I think he got new pants.
No, I got magic pants. They don't melt.
Never mind.
I got magic clothing, so I don't go butt naked anymore.
Said he just didn't put pants on this morning. It's
I mean,
Just
you never
walking
has
around.
pants on apparently at this point.
Yeah. It's like,
Many are just
I'm
wears
a bird. I don't have a butt.
yeah.
Well, the rules of this place are pretty simple. Catch monsters, try to be kind to others, work together, and kill each other when you're far away from here, or, hopefully, out of here. Save your grievances for the outside.
Happily.
You can stay here as long as you want. Food will be provided with best we can. I do grow a few different types of grains up here that can be useful to others.
Grim grows his own food.
Oh, wonderful. I might put you to work then. You can talk to the
Oh.
man in the kitchen. What was
I
his
just
name?
make berries.
Wait, don't you have a food thing, City?
Oh, that's right. I have a magic food pouch now. I forgot about that. I think I might have
talk-
already used
Talk
it.
to Gerlock in the kitchen. He can make you guys some very good foods out of any monsters you might bring back.
Don't let my school, my college, don't let them see that. They'll take it from you.
I'm surprised that, So you guys only arrived a few days ago, must have. I haven't seen you.
It's not been quite a week, but we spent a lot of time out in the wilds before we came here to town.
I see.
And then we
Well.
met up with the sea swarm first. We wanted to make sure they were okay and about them. Then we're still getting oriented.
Oh,
And we didn't kill the giant tentacle monster. We did not do that.
Oh, it's a good thing you didn't. The cloister mother, that probably would have led to the death and disconnect of every single one of the flumps throughout the entire region.
We
Yep.
actually saved it from the crow monster.
Yes.
Oh, how kind of you. When I arrived and saw it flying away, I decided not to use lethal force on my approach.
Oh well. Thank you for that.
No, that's very good. Very good for all of you.
Yes.
Hmm.
Sorry for the headache. We really don't want to cause any trouble at all. We're just here
it's
to
no
help.
trouble. Things go down here. It's just the way of it.
We can't seem to get along.
Well, it was good that we can have this conversation. If you can just wait a few days, I'm sure that the A-team, as it were, should be just about done with their preparations. I believe they were on their last few monsters.
Ah,
So if you could just let them do their thing for the next few days, try to let them hunt, take a break,
Yeah, wait till,
eat some food,
wait till they get
then we can
eaten.
avoid any form of conflict whatsoever. I know they're the difficult ones to work with here, and it's unfair of me to ask, but if you could just do me this favor, I'm sure that they will no longer be approaching you, and I will tell them the same thing, should you agree, and we should have no further conflict. And
I mean, I'm-
hopefully,
happy to let them have a run at it, and if they get it, then more power to them. We can all go home.
it's a sort of unspoken rule that the more elder the veteran is, the more they should be afforded the opportunity to hunt more powerful creatures without interference from others so that they can grow as strong as possible before making the attempt.
If they would tell us, or through you as a messenger, what they are hoping to hunt, we can certainly
Hunt it
sure
first,
that.
yes.
I will have that conversation with them shortly after you are done here.
Maybe just
And I
tell me
will
and
find
not
out.
Mitnir.
Yeah, they can't kill the phoenix for a little while though. Well, whatever it's doing, it's an egg.
Oh, the phoenix. Oh, poor dear.
Yes,
Very
I didn't.
protective of its territory, very against their nature, a lot smarter than its normal brethren. Well,
It wasn't.
it'll do fine. It'll be reborn in a few days.
But I mean, they might have to wait a few days before they go to try and fight that one. So,
Oh, that's fairly fine. They've been here for a few months already. They're eager to get back out.
Right then.
And, well, aren't we all?
I'm ready to get into my sleeping bag.
Well, I won't keep you. Good luck to all of you, and try to stay out of trouble down there.
Of course.
If you have any more grievances, feel free to bring them up. just knock before you try to enter.
Of course. It's only polite.
Oh, good.
We'll be
Well, it was
around.
wonderful meeting you.
Likewise.
That's right, Wormley.
So she like scritches.
Oh, if you don't mind a bit of a shock.
Mitnir. He's lightning.
As you like rub it, it goes. It's like kind of like sort of incorporeal. It's like half solid, but like not completely like tactily challenged. If that makes sense, you can touch it, but
Kind of giggles. It's like Jello.
yeah, it's weird. It's like a weird sensation as your fingers run over it, but you get this like little electric, like it's almost like touching a jellyfish. It's almost exactly what it's like. But you get like this sort of like electric pulse that just runs out through it into your fingers.
Jello. It's so weird.
And well, I don't know if you take any lightning damage, but you're resistant, right?
Yeah, I'm resistant.
Okay, well you take 1 point of lightning damage because of resistance.
Just like
You would have taken 3 instead of 2.
real like little smoke comes off my head. Just like
It's like, bye now. Try not to get up to anything too dangerous.
We're going to sleep. I kind of glare at everybody to make sure that's true.
do we get an idea of like what he like wizard bro like what he is?
He wears a very dark just like raincoat, and he has like very like well-kept beard, but everything else about him seems just like very old, but like fit. Like he moves not in a way that marks his age. Like as he was moving about the garden, he was moving relatively swiftly. Like he would do like the affectations, like he put his hand on his back when he was bending over with the watering pail, but you could tell he doesn't need it. He's like ripped little forearms you could see coming out from underneath.
He's a barbarian.
So he's like Yoda.
Sure.
Maybe you're just gonna like elbow Seti as we're leaving and point to one of the fruits, like nudge, nudge, nudge,
I mean, if he's centuries
Not
old, he could be
stealing
a
a fruit
monk,
or
right?
anything.
nudge,
It
nudge,
could be.
nudge.
Monks stop
Leave
aging
it alone.
at a certain
Yeah.
point.
Are
All
you
right.
taking it?
No, she's not.
Okay. So
I just said
Kinda
don't
want to
cause
eat
more
one of-
trouble.
Kinda want to eat one of those
That's why I was
fruits.
gonna have you take it.
All right, we're leaving.
all right.
And we
As
go
you guys
Find a
finish up
place.
talking with him and begin to head down, you see that the storm lands are rumbling lowly. The rain has not continued at this point. And as you guys begin to make your way back down, what would you like to do?
So
It's late or no?
It is, I'm going to say late because
yeah, I think
That's
it
right,
I
was-
was
like-
there for a while.
Yeah.
Day 5 since we
I
ever-
think it was late at night when you went out to go do a solo hunt, and then you
Yes.
saw the thing.
because we were about
So
to go to
this should be
sleep.
this should be like late at night at this point.
Well, it is definitely time.
And we all agree
Like-
to nap here and talk in the morning about what to do next. No
After
more.
I find Ernie.
Oh yeah, where's Ernie?
Wasn't he getting his armor?
Well, he ran back
They run
before the
back to
fight
town.
started.
Oh, right.
Grandma just like, Ernie, where are you?
Look
Ernie?"
around. I mean, he's a giant pig. He has
Right.
got to be easy to
You-
spot.
You begin heading down, like, and you see him like just in the middle. Like you can see him in the middle of like the common space, just talking to one of the Seasworn.
So they can speak giant.
No, I mean he's talking to the Seasworn. That doesn't mean the Seasworn's
Oh,
understanding him.
Never mind. There's a. I'll go get
Here's
Ernie.
your-
Be like, hey,
And then you hear, I don't understand what you're saying exactly, but it's very nice to meet you, I suppose.
I'm gonna like shout down, and be like, Ernie, don't conquer him.
But Papa, he's so weak and feeble. He has
I
but
just
half
gave
an
him back
arm.
I just gave him back his arm.
But it is only half grown. And you see he's like a half grown arm.
Okay, Ernie, he's a friend. Don't kill him.
Oh, so as you guys come in, you see I know, and he just says, hi, and he waves with like his little like sort of shrunken arm on one side. He goes, ooh.
Mhm. Hi, again. We're looking for a place to rest for the night. Do you have a suggestion of where is a good, safe, out of the way?
I'm not sure. You can stay with us if you want. It's not so bad.
I don't want to impose, but if that's all right.
Things have been bad, but it's not bad. Huh. Well, if you want to come with us,
Okay.
you can come stay in our place. There'll be enough room. We're just gonna have to stack maybe a few people on top of other people.
I'm sure we can figure something out, and I'll.
My belly is probably a very good bed.
You're probably right about that. Speaking of bellies, I can provide some food.
I gave you some food.
All right. Let's do
Some
that.
food that is not made out of living things.
I think I have at least
Isn't
one
all
use left.
Food from living things.
I don't think so.
I'm going to.
Fortunately, good food like berries and bananas and fish and meat cannot possibly be from living things.
He's the one that doesn't think chickens come from chicken.
Mindy's very confused now, going,
I feel bad because here you have to kill things and bring them. And
It's
we
all right.
eat
I can-
living things.
I'll make magic food where nothing died. And
Oh yeah, that sounds very nice. Thank you.
I know. How long have you been here in this place?
I don't know.
Has it been more than 10 days?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, never
Probably
mind.
about 2 weeks.
Yeah, then never mind. Grim can't help you. Don't ask why. It's fine.
Oh,
wow.
well,
Okay.
you already helped me. See? And he waves his like the muscle hasn't developed, but the arm is like the right, almost full length. Like one slightly, it's still slightly short, but it's like the muscle is still completely undeveloped. Whereas the other side is just rippling masses of muscle stacked on top of each other.
No, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to tell him, hey, like I was thinking about raising your dead friend,
Oh,
but
no,
if
no.
it's been more than 10
know.
days,
I know. But
Yeah.
we can't. Yeah, we can't do that. We talked
Um,
about it already.
if it's been more
well,
than 10
okay,
days,
come
then-
with me. It is a very humble space, but we are comfortable there. And as he leads you that way, you see that Hugh is sort of like standing outside of like the small little under section. Looks like a boat got stacked on top of a few like posts, and then underneath the boat, like just wrapped with a couple of burlap pieces of cloth or some sort of like tanned hide and stuff, just sort of mixed, matched in patchwork together, goes around the entire thing. Sort of boxes it in. It's about like 10 by 5, which is like you guys could fit in ish.
Is there like a yard of some kind or like space somewhere nearby where I could just put up the dome?
You could go like a little bit like out from that into like the common space where like nobody's got any camp materials, because a lot of people just camp in the open air, like because there's sort of a canopy that's naturally been built over this zone with like little bits of like the domed glass. But there's still like a little bit of rain that comes in because the stormlands are just so wet and constantly raining.
I just don't want to be in anybody's path or like place where people are like crossing or doing
It's a
other
big enough
things.
space that you could certainly find a place that's more out of the way if you want to do that.
All right. Why don't we? Because I mean, this place is small, right? Like,
it's very tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
With like the 4 Seasworn that are trying to sleep in there and all of you guys, it would be pretty rough.
okay, so I will set up. I'll be like, we can have a picnic out under the stars, and I can make a thing that will, protect us from the rain and from prying eyes and stuff. Anybody who wants to join us in there and have a camp should come with me while I cast the spell. But in the meantime, I'm going to provide some food for everybody. But Propsy, I would like to ask for guidance first, because I've already tried twice and it failed both times.
Of course.
All right,
if
here
you
we
want
go.
to do it right, you have to say, show me potato salad.
Show me potato salad.
various forms of potato because I don't really care for.
Oh,
potato.
perfect. I don't even need the guidance. So it's a wealthy quality, which is what I was shooting for. Sorry, I should have said that first, but wealthy quality smorgasbord with like lots of different, all the fruits that Ino mentioned, and some good meats and all, the stuff for Mintnir and whoever else. So just a little bit of everything, including potato salad.
So with a big meaty hand and one smaller, less meaty hand, Ino sort of just begins to dig in indiscriminately. Just kind of puts a meaty paw in there, takes up fruit, meat, vegetables all together. You see like sharp teeth just grinding it like a blender.
I like to picture him pick up the banana with the small hand.
Feels so much bigger than normal.
That he's going to quickly grab like some pastries for herself
And
and
a lot of it is spilling out down his mouth because he has like no lips per se. So they're just like
I prestidigitate. I don't have napkins, but I do have magic.
That's very tasty.
Good, I'm glad.
See, Phil sort of wanders next to you guys and sees you in the dome. Do you have it opaque or do you have it translucent?
Like, I want to say like slightly frosty so that you can see that there are shapes inside but not what they're doing. But I would have, before casting it, I would have made sure anybody who wanted to like hang out with us was in so that they could come and go.
Okay, so
including
I'll just say that the rest of the sea sword. So Phil shows up and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, how are you all doing? You haven't gone to bed yet. I heard the ruckus.
Yeah, we're working on it. Bit of a
gonna be too tired to hunt a Hydra tomorrow.
Oh, we found the Hydra.
Well,
let's do that.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Did you want to leave particularly early?
Well, early bird gets the worm, as it were.
We do need to make sure we made.
As far as I know, nobody else knows about it yet. So.
Oh. We do need to check in with Shu before we go anywhere. We did make a little bit of a truce with the party that attacked us unofficially through a third party. But if we find out that they want to hunt the Hydra, assuming they know about it, then we cannot do so for a couple of days. I know you want to do it anyway.
I gotta work around. Like I thought this one through.
Okay.
They're hunting something else, and they don't know about the Hydra. Then they can't be mad that we went and got it.
Absolutely, I agree. But we need to find out if they know about it and want to go for it first.
Who did you guys get into a fight with?
The B team.
The asshole team.
The A team?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They got into a fight with us, to be fair. Like, they started it.
They're not the best
to
deal with.
No, they suck.
From what I've seen, at least one of them is dark touched. And he uses quite a plethora of fully powered fractured abilities.
Which one? Is it the ugly one?
They're all ugly.
Yeah. No, they're actually all pretty, like, classically handsome for their race.
They have ugly hearts, so it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, they can be dangerous and a little bit cruel, but they seem to be more or less doing the same thing the rest of us are. I mean, they don't cause problem with anybody who doesn't step on their toes.
I mean, the first time we met them, I said, yeah, we'll stay out of your way. Good luck to you. We're all trying to do the same thing here. And then, they come and show up after we're trying to defend ourselves from dying and accuse us of not staying out of their way. So, I'm happy to let them do whatever they want as long as they're not hurting other people. And so
yeah,
far.
I hear their leader's the real problem.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are pretty amicable.
Which one's the leader?
Ugly one.
Dragonborn.
Oh,
I see, Mintnir. I see. Yes, he's super ugly. You're so much more handsome.
Just kind of puffs up his chest a little bit like.
Anyway.
Well. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have some of this. Thanks. I'm gonna get a little plate and I'm gonna bring it to Dilly.
Of course.
Thanks. Well, you guys try to get some good sleep. I'm just gonna take this plate here, and you see, he just piles a little bit up.
And then I know, don't stay up too late. I know they're your friends, but you need to get plenty of rest because you're healing. I know.
Right. We'll make sure he goes to bed when we do, if not earlier.
Okay.
That reminds me, I need to change my spells. I think I still have them.
Yeah. I'm not sure which of the stories are true. I hear Hydras, you can kill them by burning the base of their neck when you cut their heads off. So maybe get some fire spells ready. But I don't know what the lore is because there's so many different kinds, and Selindor's a weird place, man.
Yeah. I don't know much about Hydras, I don't think. Maybe I could make a check.
Just
Lots of
keep
heads.
chopping.
Make a history check. I would say.
History.
History or nature, your choice.
That's a 20. 30
20.
20.
I'm gonna go look at the thing real
I
quick.
rolled a 1. Haha.
Grim knows
you don't
shit.
know.
You would think I would
You know
know.
they're fucking badass.
He thinks a Hydra is like a fire hydrant. We're gonna go
Did they,
fight. And
did
then
they
he'll have like a
change?
water spout feature.
Did they change Hydras or are Hydras still beasts? Because they used to be beasts.
I just typed Hydra in the size filter.
Oops.
Size Hydra.
Size Hydra. Okay, so as
Yeah, they
far
made them
as you know,
monstrosities now.
yes, as far as you know, you could burn them with fire to stop it from growing.
Yeah, that sounds right. Fire. I don't have any fire, but the druids maybe can have that covered.
I
have
will
the
have
fire.
fire. You used to
could
could
do-
be able to
I could
polymorph
do the
into
burning
Hydras.
hands. It's like a cone fire.
Oh, we could also just polymorph it into a turtle and then if we stole aspects from the turtle, we get the turtle aspects or would we get the Hydra aspects? Because it's not actually a turtle.
But if it's actually still a Hydra and you chop off the turtle's head, does it get multiple
Well, it becomes a Hydra again once the turtle dies, but we could extract while it's a turtle and weaker and then leave it and not kill it. It does not compute, does it?
I mean, you're still imagining a turtle with like 30 heads now.
That's fair.
Just a shell with heads everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what's coming out. Like, there's no legs or anything coming out like a turtle. Like, it's just all heads.
Fair enough. Right.
Okay.
Well,
So that's the information that you glean. It's just that you're pretty sure that sounds right to you. Is that most Hydras fire damage seems to be what seals the wound and stops it from regrowing.
okie
That
dokie.
makes sense.
Just as a question, if it's a fire Hydra, is it water?
Make a nature check.
Oh yeah. So if it's a fire hydrant, you gotta douse it with water.
What'd you roll?
A 2.
2.
I have no
Yeah.
idea if it's true. or not.
Water or dirt. Water
Or
or
it's just
dirt.
So if you chop
Or
the head off,
just-
you just shove it in the ground real quick and it's good.
enough
Mhm.
saliva that'll fix it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's you're certain of it. Definitely water or dirt.
Or if you
Well,
have
fair.
a fire Hydra and a water Hydra, you just make the severed heads kiss and then they're both good.
Boom.
Yeah. If you can get the two heads to kiss, the monster actually just becomes peaceful forever. You also know that for sure, Minir.
Yeah, because it's like a steam Hydra then, right? They just like fuse together and it.
Yeah. They reform into one head and it gets weaker.
Because then it's just no heads and two butts.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't see what it's doing, obviously.
Yep.
All right. Well, I am stuffed and I think I'm going to go to bed. Because holy shit, what a fucking day it's been. Is Aino still awake or is he passed out from a carb coma?
How long have you guys been talking?
I don't know. However long we've been
So
talking.
you guys talk for like an hour afterwards. So by like 30 minutes in, Aino's like sitting there eating, and then his His eyes sort of look drowsy, but he's still eating, and then he just falls asleep with his mouth open and food's still in it.
I will press to
That's
digitate
a
so he
very
doesn't choke.
familiar story to me.
Bringing you back to your college
He
days.
just
No, just every day when I feed the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I press to digitate that so he doesn't choke, and then I'm like, all right, good, and find the place to curl up.
okay. So
I'm spending 20 minutes before I go to sleep with my chalk and drawing a fire water Hydra smashed together.
oh, do you have magic chalk?
No, it's just chalk.
Okay.
He's just doodling
Yeah, just
don't wanna-
doodle it.
I just don't want to see anything come to life while you're like.
in town after we promised not to cause any more trouble.
I know there's like a magic chalk that just like like
Yeah.
glows or something.
No,
or-
it's just chalk. It's just regular old.
yeah, and
chalk.
I know there's like pigments that you can use that make real things. I'm just
Yeah, no,
All right.
he's just sketching it like
Just
two
sketching it out.
hydras
Yeah.
with
Right,
two butts, no
right there
heads,
on these like
you know?
ancient gray stone. It takes really well. It's almost like blackboard everywhere you go. So
Yeah. So then I'll
yeah,
go to sleep after that. Yeah.
Yeah, make me a dexterity check to see how good your drawing is.
A nat 20. So we're at
It's perfect.
22.
Yeah, like everybody can tell that that is in fact a Hydra with two heads kissing and slowly fusing into one-headed Hydra. Like you really get it.
Some days he's just on.
Just on. So anybody have anything else they would like to do before bed?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, in that case, as you guys find respite for the night and get ready for the next day, we'll go ahead and take our break now, because that's a good place to do it. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys, and maybe we'll go hunt us a Hydra. See you soon.
Alrighty, let's find this soon button.
Man.
There it is. I found it. And we're back.
Hey!
Almost like I know
Yes,
what
we're
you
back.
say.
So, as morning greets you, I guess. I feel like every now and again you guys should have like meaningful dreams and stuff.
We do.
But I just, I don't think about them enough to be like, this would be a good night for this.
The other day, I had a dream where the world was collapsing and our only hope was SpongeBob and his lesbian friends.
She told
So
me
you-
about this dream.
Yeah, so you know,
Yeah.
shit
You never
gets
know when
wild.
the
Who
dream's
is-
just gonna hit you.
Who were his lesbian friends? Sandy and Mrs.
No, it was
teacher?
like human beings. It was like a normal, like our world, but SpongeBob was in it.
Yeah, so mine's the dreams you all had last night were like early 90s A-Team commercials, but instead of like the
Nikita's
actual
like,
A-Team,
"What's that?"
Mr. P and everything, you've got like like fucking Dragonborn and a druid and stuff. Okay. So as morning greets you, that little bit of light pouring in through the misty, frosted glass of the dome, as it breaks down and collapses into ether in the air, and you hear the hustle and bustle greet you full on of the commonplace within the Lifespring Cradle. As you all come to consciousness and greet the day, what would you like to do? You can see that the place has been emptied out already of Ino.
Early to bed, early to rise. I like it. I don't know. I pack up my shit. Does anybody want breakfast? I could try the bag again. We could have, a nice, healthy breakfast before we go do anything.
Unless you want good berries, I could always make good berries.
We could be quick about it and just have good berries.
I mean, the other thing might be more fun for everybody, though.
Well, Mintnir kind of made a face like he's like, I mean, come on. So I will try to make a comfortable breakfast, including
If you
like
save
coffee
three
and
spell slot,
tea.
it's okay.
Oh, well, I failed. So we have poor quality
You have
food.
guidance. She
Yeah,
guidance.
guidance.
Oh, you did say guidance. Well, I think I
Roxy likes cooking.
probably still failed. It's a 10, so let's see what it needed to be for comfortable. Yeah, comfortable is 13. So
So bad.
I could
Oh,
try
we
again,
got-
but then we
got
won't have
porridge.
lunch.
It's fine.
So yeah, no, you pull it out and it's like bland, and not only bland, but like you can't tell if it's either bitter or sweet, but it's
We have
one or the other at both times, slightly bitter and sweet.
See, this is why I wanted this seasoning spice pouch, but they were like, "Oh, that's going to be expensive," and I was like, "Well,
It's
fuck
like
you."
somebody put malic acid on your oatmeal.
I mean, you're still just like, oh, nom 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 nom. He's like,
Yeah.
it's
But
I give-
will fill-
Nom, nom,
it will
nom,
fill
I
your
give
belly.
I give mine to Mitnir, and then I ask for a good berry.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you eat garbage. As you guys are finishing up, you see that
we
I
went
know
weeks only with good berries.
Yeah.
I know comes up, and you see that he's like sweaty, and like even though sharks probably don't sweat, I don't know if humanoid sharks
They
sweat,
pant like dogs.
but he totally sweats. Yeah, he pants like a dog. No, so he comes up sweating and glistening, just covered in like maybe the mist from the rain outside, which you can see a little bit of daylight actually pouring through for once.
It's
quote unquote
baby
daylight.
oil. What are you kidding?
Did you see come in and he's just sort of like flexing his muscle, which is more or less grown back in to its proper size and shape.
Oh, your arm looks great.
Says, I know. It's very nice. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Grim. And he walks up and he squeezes you and holds you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Don't choke him out. Don't choke him out.
Getting covered in baby oil.
I was squeezing back too with my tentacle arms. Oh, I rolled a 7. Never mind.
7. So you feel something pop in your back,
Oh no.
and and you just you're like, what? Oh no! And as you like settle back down, you can just like feel that little bit of wrong in your back that you get when you just tweak it just a little bit. Not enough to like debilitate you, but enough to like make every move kind of like careful.
Well, that's a great way to start the day.
Yeah.
It's gonna stick with me.
That's how you know it's a good hug.
He says, oh, I'm sorry. You made a very good arm. Hi.
Welcome.
Guys, we are going to hunt a Hydra today.
All right. Do we have time to stop in with Shu real quick, or?
Yes, you should go talk to Shu. We talked to Hugh, and Hugh said you should talk to Shu.
All right.
You sure?
Do we all want to
Because
go, or should I
Shu
just
is
pop
like
over?
the boss one here. He's like the Sea Sworn Temple guy. The not the Caliph. That's the other people. The Archon.
Mhm.
I don't remember the name of my NPCs.
The Archon, yeah. All right.
I'll go. I'll go with
Okay.
you.
All right. We'll go do
Okay.
that real quick.
You guys should stop by the kitchen too. I had good breakfast.
Yeah.
We ate.
We ate.
Good berries are good. It's in the name.
Okay.
It wasn't great, but it was fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I will see you guys out there. And you see just like flexing his muscles. He looks like so like jacked this morning.
Where are we meeting up? Just
We're
out by the
going
gate?
to meet up at the east gate where you had your fight yesterday.
All right. Sounds good. We'll be there soon.
Okay, I'm gonna get serious. It's just me and Hugh, by the way.
All right.
Not me and Hugh. Me
Phil?
and Phil.
That's
'Cause-
fine. That's what I figured.
Yeah, because Dilly, she's pretty much given up.
Yeah. We're going to
And,
get her out of here.
And our God, what is his name? What's
Hugh has
his
things to
name?
do, and Chaz is.
Chaz. Yeah, and Chaz is also very busy today. He's also too scared to go with us. He says that he just doesn't need its looks, would ruin the looks of his monster that he is making, which he says will be the most beautiful monster in the existence of anything ever.
I'm sure it will be.
And that having a whole bunch of heads would just make it kind of go from cute to not cute really fast.
That's fair.
Like if you were to you just add heads to most things and they get creepy quick.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
If you were to give like a second head to like a turtle,
Shudders a little.
it would just be like they'd be knocking heads when they go in and out of their shell.
Yeah, that's true. It wouldn't be great. So I understand
Did they
Chaz
grow
completely.
a second hole in the shell to fit the second head?
I guess so, but then they would be like neighbors, kind of. They wouldn't be going into like the same shell, kind of. They'd have like their own compartment, and they'd be like neighbors, and it'd be like a duplex. But they have the
Turtles.
same
All right.
legs.
All right. Well, I'm
I'll
going
see
to
you
go
guys
see
later.
Shu. Yes, we'll meet you at the gate.
Okay.
You all want to go?
Sure.
No touching the fruit. Don't steal the fruit.
No
So as you
touching
guys
the
head
Can I
up
ask
to
if I
the-
can have one? On our way there.
So you guys knock on the dome. You hear just a moment, and then comes up. You see, oh, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I did speak with him, and they said as long as you are not going to do any more hunting for the next few days, and there'll be nothing to get into trouble with, no run-ins, everything will be hunky-dory, and they will not pick any more fights. They plan to challenge very soon. So,
Did they say where they were going in the meantime?
well, no, they didn't say specifically.
It's just that we promised to help the Sea Sworn.
Oh, well, I'm sure helping your friends is perfectly fine.
But it might be hunting something.
Oh,
that they
that is
might
a
not know
conundrum.
about.
They
well,
want
just try not to hunt something too unique.
right.
So just a regular old normal monster's okay.
Oh, of course. Yes, if you guys want to hunt more regular monsters, that's perfectly fine.
Well, this A team can't be everywhere at once, so which
Oh,
door are they
absolutely.
exiting?
Absolutely fine. So as long as you're not going for any of the bigger, badder monsters that are like of legendary significance, you're probably fine.
Those are the only ones we fight.
You don't have any inkling as to where they were going or what they were interested in?
Well, I'm sure that you can all ask around and find out. I'm not their keeper.
All right. I did ask him to find out yesterday, but okay.
I mean, we're rested now. It's okay. We got spells back, so.
Well, he was just. Oh yeah. Did ask him yesterday. I'm tired. Okay.
It's okay.
He's like, oh, I forgot to ask.
I'll go. Who else would know? Maybe the orc guy. The
You can try
The
asking
flumps.
like the caretakers throughout the
The
entire.
flumps might know.
just like on the way out. Like, can we? Yeah. Let's ask a couple
We
of
can
people.
ask the
Before
flumps,
we
maybe.
leave, I want to ask him, what can I trade you for one of those pieces of fruit?
I'll go check with the trading people.
He just looks at you for a second.
He says, you know, one of these days we're all going to get out of here. And on that day, I will give you a piece of fruit.
Deal.
I bet you said that to a lot of people, but you're gonna have to eat your words when someone finally gets out of here. Lose all your fruit.
Well, that might be the case, but on that day we might need it. Well,
All right. Okay, so Oren's gonna go talk to the trader, your people. I'll go talk to the orc guy, and then somebody else can check in with a flump, and we'll convene at the gate and see if any of us
Just
learned
make an
anything.
investigation check, guys.
I'm
Someone
talking
check
to the
with the
flump.
kitchen. Someone check with the kitchen staff.
Oh, wait. Okay, fine. I'll check with the kitchen.
Yeah.
There you
Pick
go,
up some
yeah.
food on his way out.
All
I
right.
got a 22.
I got a 10. This
I
breakfast is
got a
delicious, though.
Yeah, you-
6.
Yeah, as you
I
guys
got a rock.
you go to the kitchen, the 10, and you talk to this bullywug who runs the place. And the bullywug is just like, yeah.
I'd like some breakfast. And do you know anything about the B team?
No. What do you want for breakfast? To bring me some meat?
I mean, whatever you've got.
I've got some leftover scraps. I can pull you something together. It might do something weird, though.
It can't be worse than what I have already had today. Go for it.
Okay. Roll a d6.
3.
3? All right. You get +2 strength for the day.
Oh, no button.
That's a lot.
It needs more, right?
Was that +2? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
+2 strength for the day.
Beefcake?
And I'll head over to East Gate because he didn't know where they were.
Yeah. So as you, yeah, he's just like, yeah. So as you guys make your way through, so what did you roll, Seti?
22.
22. Yes, you are certain from the information that you last. Who were you talking to?
The orc guy. The
The orc.
gamekeeper kind of thing.
Yeah, I happen to see them that are that way. Or that way. They went out either east or west. I was looking up that way when I saw them go. So they either went east or west out.
All right. Well,
And when I
that's
say east or west, that being the north, being where the tall, cold mountains are. It just feels like north, but there's no north in the cauldron.
right. So you're saying they either went towards the cold mountains through the one gate, or I'm wondering if I have any magic that could help him remember better, but I don't think I do.
Don't have any kind of scrying magic, huh?
Well, oh, that's true. We could just scry on them. I forgot about
You
the
could
ball.
scry on them.
I
You are
forgot we had the
familiar
ball.
with them.
I think I have to attune to it though. Damn. Let's see. Maybe I never unattuned from it.
Attuned to what?
The scrying, the crystal ball to scry.
Oh, it's a magic item?
Yes. My
Okay.
only other way of seeing things is my dream spell, which I can't use.
And Graham, you were talking to the Flumps, right?
I rolled a 21 to talk to Flumps.
Talk to the Flumps. Is there a particular Flump you would like to talk to? Just some random
I
Flump?
guess some random Flump, like whatever Flumps outside the east gate, I guess.
I'm Terry.
Hi, Terry. Did you
How
see
can I help you, sir?
Did you see the guys, the ones that call themselves the true protagonists, come by here?
I did, in fact. I saw
Oh.
them.
Do you know where they're going?
Which time?
Today.
Today. Okay, they went that way.
And he points out the east gate.
Well, that's
Is he point?
nothing.
Because we're also going out the east gate, but we're presumably going down. Like where?
The gates start on each gate they go, and then they split off into different things further along the path, right? So the routes
Did you
just
hear
sort of
them
spread out. And
say
split out.
anything? Did you hear them say anything about hunting anything?
There's a suspicious monster. That's all I know.
A suspicious monster. That sounds not.
Something. They say power goes hand in hand with mystery and intrigue. I heard one of them say. He said, power goes hand in hand with mystery and intrigue. And then the other one turned to him and said, I have heard that before. Perhaps we should look into this. And then the next one said, I'll listen to all of you, but if you get me killed, I'll use you as a meat shield first. And then the other one said,
And he just keeps doing this conversation that they had, like
Yeah, that
perfectly
could
mimicking
be
your voice.
important. I'm going to keep listening.
it says, and then the other one said, no, wait, that was a bird. And then the other one said, with all of you just stop talking about this in front of the Flumps. You know they spread information. You're right. Let's wait till we get out of the way of the Flump. And that's all I heard.
Well, that was very helpful. Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome. Tip, please.
Starts jingling his tentacles.
What do you take as a tip?
Everything.
I'll give him a remaining good berry, I guess.
Woo!
He takes it, and then you see that he like puts it into his jelly and just.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
I won't have to eat all day.
Okay, so that is the information that you guys have gleaned.
All right, so we meet back up at the east gate, and with the Seasworn that are coming with us, and I just ask, all right, do you know which way from here are we going from the gate?
We'll be heading out the east gate, and then we take our way down to the swamp levels on the second strata. Between that and the area goes into the large lake that cuts around and meets up with the
All right,
what's
so
it called?
Racy?
No,
Okay.
it is. They're all the OAC, but this particular section that it's connected to is large hills and the rainforest. So it's between the rainforest. So in the past that you've got the taiga, and then past that the ice caverns.
All right,
But those are separated into a separate block. So
I learned that the A team they either headed out the east or west gate, but I know that's not allowed. You go on.
knowing that they're
About the
definitely
east
working
gate.
on the lower strata at this point. I don't know why my accent changed. But knowing that they're doing that at this point, chances are they'll probably be in the lower strata. We might run into them. I doubt they'd be going after the Hydra, though. There's no way they got this information.
They said they were going after a suspicious monster.
Hmm.
Well, that could
Why
be
don't we-
anything.
Find
they said
them. And
something
when they start
about
fighting. Yeah.
intrigue and stuff.
Do you know where they went?
He didn't say. You can ask Terry, but then like the lady one was like, "Oh, we shouldn't say this in front of the flump," and then the flump was like, "That's all I heard."
Terry, did you see which direction they went? Terry's at the east gate,
What?
right?
Who?
Terry the
Terry.
Fluff?
Oh, Terry the Flump. Oh, so you guys are gonna run over to find Terry the Flump. You see a single flump has like basically a grape like in its jelly that kind of makes it look like a mole. It's just going woohoo. Whee!
Did you see which way the A team went?
Call out to him. He's sort of like, he goes, "Oh, hello, my name is Terry."
Yes.
Sorry.
Did
What's
you
up?
did you see which way the A team went?
The A team.
You overheard
Yes,
some
I
stuff?
Did. I did overhear some stuff.
Can you point where they went?
That way, and he points out the east gate.
Well, okay.
But did they go down or straight?
Yeah, which way out of the gate did they go?
I don't know for certain. Would you like to talk to a different flump?
If one of them might have seen.
Let's see. And then you see his face kind of like eye stalk goes in, and another one comes in. It's got like a different like brow line, and he goes, "What's up? I'm Cridget."
Hi, Cridget. Have you happened to see the A team or the what do they the true protagonists, whatever they call
Troop
themselves?
protagonist.
Do you know where they are right now or where they're going today?
Yeah, I was poking around on there and I happened to see one of them pass by.
Where at?
They were on the second lower strata, they were heading east.
Did you overhear what they're looking for?
Something that we haven't seen. We've been losing flumps in the region.
Hang on, is this where the mist is?
Oh, hey, the mist has been pouring.
Is that where you've been losing flumps?
Yes, we've been losing it in the misty zone. The only thing that seems to be unbothered in that region is the little dancing light babies.
Right. So you said they're going for something suspicious. I think they might have gone into the mists. We're not headed that way, are we, Phil?
That was their general walking direction, yeah.
Good. Thank you so much.
Right. Okay, I'm going back.
Hello, I'm Larry.
Bye, Larry.
Maybe Larry knows something. Hey, Larry, you'll know where the true protagonist / A team went?
I don't know. Let me ask Terry.
It's
We are the
no-
Terry.
Hi, Terry. Thank you so much for the help.
Did you talk to my twin brother Larry?
Yeah. Yes.
Good. Very helpful.
All right. So, Phil, we're not heading into the mists, are we? Or in that direction?
Who you talking to now? I'm so lost.
The Sea Sworn guy.
The sea swarm.
Phil's like, no, we would be heading more south than that after the east gate, southeast direction. Yeah.
All right. I
If
think
going
we're
that cardinal direction.
in the clear for today then, but we'll all keep an eye out, yeah?
Yeah.
Eagle eyes.
If we get done with this kind of quick, I think we should go stick our head in the mist. I'm not trying to. I just want to know what they're doing.
How about if we get done with this quickly, then we take a short rest, I attune to this ball, and I scry on the other team so we can see what they're up to and where they are and what's going on without sticking our heads in the mist.
If we get done
happen
with
to
this
run
quickly,
into
can we do a picnic?
Yes, we'll do a picnic while we do the short rest.
Yes.
And if we run into them, we'll just tell them that it's these guys that they're hunting, and we're just there to protect them. So we're not technically.
We're observing.
Yeah, we're escorting.
We're just auditing the class. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, let's
So-
go.
I'll lead the way. Let's do it. And as you guys begin to head your way down, who wants to roll a d10? Who wants to roll a d10?
Elin.
Moving through the storm, man. Let's roll a d10.
Top row of
Throw me under the
Discord.
bus.
This is
always
what
Dylan
happens
rolling
when
first.
you're in school and
Ooh,
you're the
it's-
first in the alphabet.
Roll the
10, baby.
It's a 10,
And for the
baby.
10 is running into the true protector.
We're going big on this one.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All clear. That is the all clear one. So as you guys make your way there, it's actually a sunny day. Like there's barely any there's still like clouds and fog and a little bit of like distant sounds of rumbling, but there's no active storms going on. This is like a pretty day. You can see this place in its glory with the little rays of light shining through. It's magical here. The lights in the sky, the creatures like the jellyfish are floating through the air, and a myriad of different birds. It looks like a menagerie. It looks like an oasis, truly, as you are making your way down into the lower strata of the oasis. In this place, you can see that there are carved out sections that as you get lower, you can see them very, very clearly. You can see that there's waterfalls pouring from each of the cardinal corners, if that makes sense, like northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest, right? There are the waterfalls pouring from these sort of massive lakes up at the top section. And that's laying down into a central water feature within each of these different pockets. To the northeast, which is the side that you guys can see, and the southeast, you can see that there is what appears to be like frozen caverns mixing with the water. Even as it hits, it seems to freeze in some places, and you can see the mist pouring out of the section that is closer to true east. And then on the section where, as you guys are splitting off towards southeast, you see what looks like a rainforest where it's actively raining inside. So as you look inside, you can see that there's water pouring inside the rainforest. And in the swamp, there's also a little bit of a drizzle going down. And you can see that they're split by this massive lake of twisted water, algae, and what looks like prehistoric vegetation.
Seconds.
Getting wet.
Probably. So you guys make a safe journey towards the swamp. It will take you half a day to make your way there.
All right.
Arriving in around noontime at this point. Let's do a D4 for our weather. Ooh.
We need a weather flump.
Yeah, so it's pretty dark and rainy inside there as you guys make your way through. You make the turn, and as you arrive, you see that there is a flump hovering there. And he looks like sort of like a surly old hillbilly, and he has like little fronds coming, like little, like amoeba, like fronds coming out of like his chin. Sort of looks like a beard, but it's just like little squigglies made out of jelly. And as you approach, he goes, "Who be traveling this way? I don't recognize none of your yar."
There's a pirate flump.
We're
Yeah,
new to the region.
New death. Yeah.
Yeah, new death.
I've seen many a traveler enter here, and none have returned.
Really?
That's not true. You liar.
Yeah, you caught me. In fact, most of them return. You got a smart head on your shoulders. You may pass.
And he kind of just starts hovering off into the distance.
Right. Okay.
Don't worry, guys.
like-
We passed the test.
Yeah, it's the weirdest flump I've ever seen. Anyways. He
They
says
got
that
some
every time they come
personalities,
here.
that's for sure.
Yeah, their body the suggestion that they're like not exactly one person, like they're not always themselves, kind of weirds me out. But they're an interesting race of creature. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, certainly. Very strange. All right, everyone doing okay? We're well,
I mean,
right
yeah,
down
yes.
here.
Safe journey. As you make your way in, it becomes darker from the outside as you begin to make your way into like this section, and you follow pretty well behind him. Somebody go ahead and give me a D10 roll as you enter the swamp region.
Who's next?
I did it.
Didn't you?
What'd you roll?
7.
Lucky number 7. Number 7 on Friday the 13th.
Oh, I did find their old names. There they are.
Right under number 7.
Uh-oh.
What's
Does that
that?
mean what I think it means?
Oh yeah. But we're not gonna do that because they're actually in the other place. So you will not run into your competitors on the 7 like you're supposed to.
Good.
Instead, you're going to hit a wandering monster uncommon. So what is the uncommon monster? Doesn't mean you have to fight it. It's just you're gonna see one.
This is really tasty. I don't feel anything
Obviously.
yet.
I was gonna say it must be because it's like half gone already.
Oh, there he is. Uncommon is. Ooh. You see something moving in the water as you move by a puddle. Like you can just see what appears to be 3 eyeballs slowly undulating up and down in the water. But you can see that there is what appears to be semi-translucent lids that are closed around them. And they're just bobbing up and down. Whatever it is seems to be sleeping. It kind of like with these little eyeballs bobbing in and out of the water.
The hell is that?
Don't know, but it doesn't look like a Hydra, so I say we keep moving.
Agree.
The 22 nature check tell me what it is?
Or at least tell them like high or low LP value. Like
The question is, do you think Grim has much experience with swamp monsters?
I mean, that was kind of my idea. Is he grew up kind of in the Lurkwood and the swampy.
Oh, so he did grow up in the Lurkwood. So I
Like,
would
he's
say
just-
that you've certainly heard information about eye-stalked monsters, but of ones that like survive in the woods, it's probably, if anything you can think of, one of those big frogs that used to be in your woods. You remember the big frogs? You usually steer clear of them because they ate people. But they're very big frogs.
Could be a very big frog that eats people, guys. I don't know. We probably should just let it sleep.
Sounds good to me.
Mitmir's gonna hang back just a little bit and just throw his guy and see if it can just like bloop.
What are you throwing at it?
My little
This
guy.
orb.
The orb.
The orb
I'm
to
just
see
gonna
if you can.
just not trying to wake up, just trying to like gently like have it land on it.
So as you throw your little guy, and he just kind of like, in the air, tries to grip onto it. Go ahead and make your attack roll to hit it.
What's this roll? A D20?
For this, because you're doing it deftly, you're not using your strength, you're using Dex for sure. D20 plus Dex to hit.
D20
Ow.
plus Dex. All
It
right,
goes so well.
Oof, that is
Is it?
a 6 to hit.
That's a 6 to hit. So as it plumps and it goes into the water. Oh shit! You watch as the eye stalks and rotate.
I'm just gonna like stand behind a tree.
Make a stealth check.
That is a 15.
15. You hear a kind of like as water sloshes and displaces inside of this puddle that was nearby you. You hear the sound of squishing water, like sloshing water, just sort of like go all into the ground behind and to the side of you, around behind the tree, and you hear a thumping sound as something is moving and getting up. Just, and then you see your thing just come back around the tree and hover next to you.
And the rest of us, like 100 feet on, are like, wait, where's Mitnir?
And he goes, and you see a massive head come next to you, and writhing tentacles start wrapping around the tree. And it goes, and its head's next to you, and you see one of the eye stalks starts to tip in your direction, but hasn't quite turned yet. Is there anything you would like to do?
Is it like just rotating?
The eye stalk is rotating right towards you at this moment.
I'm just gonna like duck under its chin.
Make a sleight of hand check.
More dexterity based.
Dex isn't terrible.
Oh, man, 9. I'm just not rolling well for it.
He also rolled a 9.
It's not
so we're
strength.
gonna roll again,
Oh,
and
boy.
whoever rolls higher, this is just rolly, so just a d20, no bonus.
Oh my god, 7.
Natural 20. So as you try to duck towards it, its eye goes and looks straight at you, and it goes.
I'm gonna roar right back in its face when it does that.
As you see what appears to be a frog, about the size of a 2-story building.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, just right into its eye. Like when it does that, I'm just roaring right back at it.
Are you gonna like shoot lightning out of your mouth? Or
No,
you just
not
roaring at
lightning. Just like as intimidating as I can be. Like shock, surprise.
it?
That
Roll an
he just did right
intimidation
back.
check.
Better roll? Oh my god, an 8. I'm good at the single digits all of a sudden.
This is
It's
why you don't
fantastic.
fuck with shit.
Yeah, you
Because
see
then
this-
you have to find
You
out.
see this sort of like large frog creature comes out from behind the thing. You see this massive mouth that could just eat you in one bite, and it kind of just has tentacle arms, and it's just kind of looking at you like.
Have we heard these roars from slightly
Oh,
further
yeah,
down the
definitely.
path?
Yeah, you guys can definitely hear this thing now.
Oh, shit.
Did it
Well,
at
Grim-
least pause? Like, are we like just kind of staring at each other for the
Yeah,
moment?
you guys are just staring at each other, and it's like right there in front of you, and it's contemplating you.
I'm gonna like pat it on the snout and then run.
So as you like try to do it, it's gonna try to grab you with its tentacle as you're flailing as you're running away from it. So I need you. Actually, it's gonna make an attack roll. That's what it's gonna do. Oh god, I actually have to pull up this monster now because of you.
I was trying to be sneaky.
You did a good job.
Rolled really badly.
I think you can't have that drink.
But if I just stick my head in the glass,
Yeah.
Is it the aminal or is it the monster?
It's definitely a monstrosity.
I was just wondering if Grim could talk to it.
Yeah, it's a 20. It's a 23 to grab you.
I mean, I guess
Oh,
it
no.
hits if it's an attack roll.
Forgot I had
Oh yeah,
lipstick
so
on.
as it tries to grab you, it doesn't actually do any damage, although normally it would. It just like wraps around you, and then it like sort of like tries to grapple you. It's a DC 16 to escape, as it tries to pull you. So it's gonna spend one turn just trying to pull you back to its direction.
So this is just a strength roll against it, right?
Yeah. If you break this, you can break free and still try to run away, but otherwise it's gonna get you.
Another
Do
2 for an 11.
So as he pulls you in, he gets you right up into his mouth, and he goes.
This is how Mitnir died.
Eyes just seem to undulate backwards and forward. Goes no.
Ah! Just right back at it.
We hardly knew him.
When we hear the sounds, I start heading back very stealthily, like pushing the rest of the party to try to like see what the hell's going on.
Put me down.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's a 19.
19.
Okay.
And set you down.
Grim will run up and throw a good berry in it.
Back to your lake, and I start walking away.
So you start walking away, it just like goes.
But yeah, Grim will toss a good berry in its mouth because I think I should have like 3 left. There you go. Good boy.
Just wiggles its way back and just like gets back in its lake.
It was just hungry, that poor little guy.
It's not my fault.
Are you sure? Because it was sound asleep. What happened?
It just points at the orb.
Oh, God. All right. Well,
Those
let's get a
Mischievous
move on.
little orb.
Okay, you guys continue moving. Somebody make me a D10 as you guys travel the last leg before you make it there.
It is
I
my...
guess it's Steffi's turn.
It is
I'm
my
last
turn.
now.
You guys are getting
Yeah,
into
you're
the,
last now.
mid-afternoon now.
For better or worse, Sumner is last now. A 5!
A 5. As you guys are
Aha.
making your way through that, you hear what sounds like a sort of rumble. And then you hear the sounds distinctively of paw pads just running through the leaves. It's like a large group of them, something coming this direction very fast.
Something with... Okay. Quick hide, everybody! What up? Pass without a trace.
Oh, yeah.
You're
So
still
as you guys get basically your automatic success, you see large cats running through the area with
Look at that.
massive muscular bodies and huge tusks coming out of the bottom half of their mouths. You see that their eyes are bulbous on the sides and just like doe-eyed and stupid looking. As these cats just flail and like launch themselves through this sort of
Are these
marshland.
like saber-toothed tiger kind of things?
They kind of look similar to saber-tooth tigers, but really big
And derpy.
and
Derpy
black.
tigers.
We come back for those later.
A pretty kitty cat.
There's probably like a full pack of them just running through.
I need to get one of those for Ernie as a pet.
Are we still in the swamp or are we in a new region now?
You guys have entered the swamp. This is like you guys in the swamp proper.
Okay, yeah. All
yeah,
right.
so they have like a big thick brow and just like massive muscular feet.
Wait, are they more bounders?
They are in fact more bounders.
Oh. Forgot about the more bounders.
It definitely
See, one of
needs
them like stops for a second and just looks around and goes,
Do you think we can...
Should I grab it?
Oh, we're here
Do you
for the
think we can-
Hydra.
Can we keep one as a pet?
Oh, just leave them alone.
and begins running and continuing through the area. So you guys watch as this sort of like small migration of more bounders comes
I knew a
through.
thing.
I don't even know what the more
Maybe just
bounder
gonna
is.
try to remember.
from
this.
Critical Role.
They're a critical
area.
role monster.
Oh.
You're gonna try to what?
Remember like where this is and like the direction they were headed.
Make me a survival check to mark the area mentally.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Hey, not a single
How's
digit.
that?
That's a 19.
Wow.
Yeah, you're pretty familiar with the path that you took your way in here, mostly because there's been so little interference, and also because you know like exactly the path that you took from the frog that you were just keeping track of, because you definitely wanted to go back there. So, so you're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to see my frog friend again sometime. So you definitely remember the path you took from there and the path you took from there from the entrance. So you know exactly where you are. And as you guys continue moving, he says, "Good. I'm glad they all just kept moving. The small lake is just over this way."
Good. All right.
And then if you'll keep that stealth up, and he continues walking, and I need everybody to make a stealth check. Natural 19.
This gives us what,
Natural
plus
17.
10 to our roll.
Yes, plus 10.
Oh my god. I rolled double nat 20 on that.
Oh, I have advantage, so I get to roll again. Oh, that's
What is
The
the
same.
total, though?
I can't roll for shit trying to do anything to the frog, and that's like stealth check. Yeah, double nat 20, no worries.
Well, hopefully you'll be good during the Hydra fight. Also, I
Well,
think
is-
all
need
the rum
another.
was at the bottom of my drink
Oh, you need to stir it.
because now it doesn't taste good anymore.
You need to pour some of the other stuff back in and just stir it.
Yeah.
Should have kept the other half of your root beer.
Yep, my bad.
Yep. All right. So as you guys begin making your way into the area, I'm going to say that you roll well enough as a group. It doesn't notice you, but it did beat almost half of you with this perception check. So you see, as you guys begin to enter the water, you don't actually see the Hydra there. You see that the water starts to get a little bit deeper. And you find yourself on like this sort of like shallow ridge on what looks to be like a small lake. There's a sort of mountain it's not exactly a mountain. It's more like the walls that form in the shape of the pocket itself. You sort of find yourself into a pocket that goes into that wall, sort of creating a cave. You see water sort of slowly sort of moving its way out of it. And this is connected to the large water feature lake that forms from the waterfall that comes off the center. So from here, little ways down a small little creek, you find this sort of bay like tucked in away next to the edge of the area. And as you make your way in, you see that there's these weird plants, and the whole thing just sort of gives an eerie feel. You can feel like a sort of shiver run up your spine, as if something is aware of your presence, but it doesn't quite feel like it's watching you, if that makes sense. Like you get this feeling like something is here. That's what it is. Something is lurking.
I ready some Eldritch Blast for if anything jumps out.
I will activate my ring of invisibility. 'Cause why not?
There's some leg footprints in the water.
Yeah, you just see the water, so like a little cylinder. Yeah. All right.
How deep is this water? Like, are we on like a shallow path and there's deep water, or is it just?
You guys are on like what appears to be like the ground is getting muddy where you guys are standing. I haven't put you in the water. Hold on, let me do a map here. Oh god, dude, I really hate that my mouse is broken.
Oh, that's right. You need a new one.
Apologize
Do you want the
in
same one?
Sure.
I have the piece of candy, so I don't know if we'll see. I should be okay.
Okay. I will
like
beg
if
you guys.
turned around and pulled out a box of the same mouse. Like, that's good. I bought two at once. You know.
I should.
There you go. And I will start pulling you guys on. This is the area you find yourselves in. The water, as you can see, it does appear to get relatively deep in some parts. Boop. Okay, so we got one of those. We got one of these. We got a Mitnir. We got Setimera. Whoops, right on top of Mitnir. And the Grim. There you go, guys. You are at the bottom.
I'm not SETI, but do you know what your SETI voice sounds like? Do you know what character it sounds like?
No.
Have you ever seen What We Do in the Shadows?
No, I haven't, but it's on my list.
Your voice is a dead ringer for nausea, and it cracks me up.
Well, I look forward to that then.
So she's
Nausea.
awesome. Nausea is great. She's great.
Yeah, I've
Forget
heard so
our
many
sea-sworn buddies.
good things.
Oh yeah.
Oh
shit.
yeah, Phil and the other one.
I didn't remember them.
Maybe there's some sharks in the water.
Babe, is your mouse RGB with like a little blue swirl on it?
Kind of.
Okay. Wanted to make sure I had the right one before I bought it.
Come on, Phil. Why can't I find one that looks like you, Phil? Oh, here we go. Yeah. And then I know it's got to have 4 spaces to be his right size. All right, there we go. He needs 4 spaces. It's too big. Why am I so bad at this? There we go. There we go. Okay, so you are at the edge of this murky water, looking all around. There are mushrooms and strange vegetation and all kinds of shit. What would you like to do?
Just kind of keep venturing.
I think I'm going to turn the grid off.
I'm invisible.
I mean, we
so
kind of
I'm
need
just
the
gonna
grid
go look
for.
at the mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
We can use the
Movement.
measurement tool if the thing's the right
I
size.
don't like the measurement tool.
Yeah, because it doesn't. The positioning's weird for.
That's
True.
fine.
Yeah, that's
Grim
fine.
is going to
I'm
go
just gonna have a drink.
examine the mushrooms because if there's mushrooms, I must examine them. That's a 20 nature check.
Oh yeah, these are some good old-fashioned swamp mushrooms.
What if picking them? Would picking them make my invisibility go away?
Yes,
Was it
because you would consider that an attack. So yes.
Oh, I wouldn't attack them. I mean, like I would probably like try and transplant them, but then
Oh yeah. I would say that.
I guess I should just wait till after.
Yeah.
The things we do for mushrooms.
Gonna whisper, probably not a fire Hydra. Points at the water.
No, we were fairly certain it was your classic kind of Hydra.
And then he's gonna pop a potion and drink the fire breathing potion.
Nice.
I just think.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I had asked for hydras all this time, and then all of a sudden there's just a hydra. I was told there were no hydras.
I think
your
that
investigation check was just slightly too low.
Yeah, we didn't.
Grim is not good at investigating.
You rolled a 19, and its investigation was higher than that.
I go up to the edge of the water and just kind of peer into it and out at the lake, looking for anything.
I mean, it's murky water. It's hard to say if anything might be there or not, but make a perception check.
We might have to lay an ambush for it and disturb the water.
I'll make my way over to these little platforms.
Perception is 26.
Those are mossy rocks. And you will find that just about everywhere you are in this entire place is considered difficult terrain because of how sticky and slippery it is.
What about the water itself? Is it difficult terrain?
In the same way that water is always difficult terrain.
Unless you
have a swim speed.
Unless you have a swim speed, water is already considered difficult terrain.
Or you can just run on it, though.
True.
I can't. If I end my turn on the water, then I go kerploop.
You're one of those little lizards that just runs really fast.
Yeah.
He just goes.
I love those lizards.
Those guys are great. They look like those cartoon characters.
Oh man,
All right,
they're
so
amazing.
What would you guys like to do?
I vote that we all set up an ambush, get into a good position, get something ready, and then I'm going to start by bamfing out my wings, and I could like throw a pebble into the water or something and see what happens.
Don't you have a sack of food? You could just like toss some magic food out there to lure it out.
I mean, yeah, I can toss whatever I want, but
so you
only Ernie was here.
A rock into the water. Would you ping where you try to throw it to?
Well, I want to make sure everyone gets set up first.
Okay, then everyone please set yourselves up so I know what's going on.
I'm gonna move to the next rock.
Nope.
I'm gonna.
It's invisible anyway. It doesn't really matter right now.
Can I make it to there without like going in the water?
You can certainly try. The rocks are a little slippery from the algae. It's like, you know how like the algae gets wet, you know, in the rain, it just becomes super slick. That's what all of this algae is everywhere. It's all
I'll wait
slippery.
for everyone else to get ready, and then I will try to move there. That way, if I fall in the water, you don't need to throw a rock.
Do you have your ring of jumping on?
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a dex. Just go make me an acrobatics check, Orin, just because I never make you do one for running across those rocks.
Sure.
Acrobatics. Big money, no whammy.
That's
That's
for
a
Orin.
20, 30, 20.
No, he's talking to me.
Yeah, well, that's fine, though. You can still make your way there. With a dirty 20, you make your way onto that rock without splashing.
I got a 26.
Yeah, no problem. Ino says, I know we'll be quiet. It'll be fine. And then he begins to make his way into the water.
Okay.
And he's like on the back of this rock, and you can see that he like pulls out what looks like this big, broad, heavy falchion.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually like it's basically a great sword, but it looks like a falchion with like the way that it's like just like this big curved blade.
I was muted.
Oh,
Yes, you were. What's up?
First of all, I have freedom of movement if anybody wants it. Second of all, very important question: what level are we supposed to be?
everybody's kind of different levels now.
12.
Well, the base level.
You should be
You're-
12.
What is?
I think.
12.
Never took my ASI.
Me and Seti are
13.
13.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Phil is gonna go over here. He's also gonna drip into the water.
Oh,
Ready?
I don't remember what my plan was.
Well,
Whoops.
and as you guys begin to move, you hear Phil kind of slips on his rock as he's making his way there, and you hear kind of a
I
water and splashes.
immediately bamf out my wings for a bonus action and take to the air.
As you guys stop, and he makes this noise that's very obvious and crashy sounding, and like big splash. There's a moment where everybody like settles and they're quiet, and then you hear like a kind of right there in the water.
I think it farted.
Well, that's happening. I'm just going to go ahead, taking Bropsy's idea, and just cast Freedom of Movement on myself.
And as this thing hits the edge, there's this moment where you guys see a little bit of a snoot pop out, just right here, and you hear.
Did my Eldritch Blast go off?
Oh yeah, if you want your Eldritch Blast to go off, they'll go off. It's just kind of sniffing right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, I said I was holding it for if something appeared.
I mean, they don't hold forever.
Yeah.
So.
I was also, I don't know, it's in cover. You could just like wait for it to stick its head up or whatever.
Okay. All right. Whenever anything aggressive happens, they go off.
Okay. So the snoot sort of pokes out of the water for a second. And then you see. Are you just standing on top of this rock?
I'm like crouching. I have the sword out, and I'm like waiting for it to like.
You're
reveal.
still sort of stealthing a little bit.
Yeah, like I'm trying to be low on it.
Yeah.
Not...
So make a stealth check without your pass without a trace.
It's a 14.
14. All right, so its nose dips back into the water, and as it does, you guys see like just kind of like the water just kind of sloshes a bit. Saw it move as it came in, like the sort of like wake as it sort of moved and sort of sloshed all the water in the pool, and then it sort of settles for a second, and then suddenly, like from all directions, you see like 5 heads rip out of the water in massive form. You see this wave sort of like flies out into the air, mixing with the rainwater that's coming down from on top. You see water flying in all directions. You guys are almost completely soaked. As this torrential downpour comes down on you, and you see 5 heads immediately launch their way out of the water. Go ahead and roll your attack, Seti.
And that is big. So the first one is a 24 to hit.
24 is definitely gonna hit.
Okay, second one's a 19.
Okay, the 19 also hits.
Okay, so that is a total of that's 15 points. I'm gonna burn an aspect of Twilight for each of those. So that adds radiant. So 15 points of force damage. Oh, that's a bunch of ones. 15 points of force damage and then 6 points of radiant damage from 46. Or sorry, yeah, 46.
So 20 wait.
21 points.
21 points.
Well, that was D8. 48 gave me 6 points. That sucks.
Okay. That's
That's pretty bad.
That's really bad.
as this blasts into it, it rears its neck, goes and goes. And then that is your thing, so now we're gonna roll initiative.
I thought everybody was saving something. That was the whole point.
Not everybody said they had a specific action save, so nope.
I didn't have anything saved.
I'm bait. I mean, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yep. So everybody roll initiative, please. Okay, so
15.
I'm gonna roll so low.
Let's do this. 25 to 20.
Oh boy.
One of my lowest ones ever.
No 25 to 20?
To
20?
save you some time, we're 15 and below.
Okay, well the Hydra's gonna go first. So Seti, you got a 15?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 13. Then Bropsy at 10, Mitnir at 9, Grim at 8.
Wow.
Surprise.
Woof.
Grim is last. I know
Right,
you're
but-
shocked.
Not by much.
Well, maybe
then you
Phil and
gotta
Ino
roll.
did well.
Yeah, Phil and
All
I know
right,
how to roll.
so as you guys do this, the Hydra is going to reach its head back out and goes, and it's going to attack.
Did you roll for
Invite you
Phil and
guys.
I know?
Oh yeah, Phil and I know. They got really good other stuff. I always forget these things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was one of the worst initiative rolls we've had in a while as a group.
That was pretty
Well,
bad.
their dex is flat, so but they still
I-
go before you guys. So
I have
Phil
a
and
plus
know are still
10,
gonna-
and I only got a 13. Good times.
Phil and I know are both going before you guys.
In that order?
Yes, it's Hydra, Phil, I know, then you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so all right. The Hydra is gonna lift its head out and it's going to start biting things.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. What's its reach? 15 feet.
How tall is it out of the water? Like,
I would say each of its necks is about 20 feet long.
okay.
So yeah, this is a big ass one. So it's going to attack. One is going to attack Mitnir. Oh boy, I can't even read my own thing. Because it's too dark. And where is his attack thing? No, you are that. That's going to miss. That's a 16 to hit you.
That does miss.
And then one's attacking Ino. That's a natural 20.
Well,
Oof. Goodbye,
That's a-
Ino's arm.
I know. Just have to heal him again.
Ino has an ass ton of hit points, which I should write that down on here. So Phil's got...
That's the number.
Writing down Aston. Yeah.
No, I'm going to his character sheet. Well, not his character sheet, but his monster sheet.
Turns
There's
out
100
lost
He has
Loss of arm.
133 hit points.
doesn't affect HP.
Yeah. Okay, so for the first attack that actually hits, Ino takes 34 points of piercing damage.
woof. Don't get hit, guys.
Next attack.
To be fair, that was a crit, so.
That was a
Mhm.
crit. Next attack goes after Phil. That also hits. And that's 25 points.
Do you have just the 5 heads?
Yes, he has 5 heads.
I know sometimes they have different numbers of heads, right?
Yes, he has 5. So is that 3? He's got 2 more bites. So it's gonna bite for Mitnir again. That is a 23 to hit.
That is.
Okay. 17 points of piercing damage. And we're gonna do one more against. Well, actually, can I reach somebody else? No, I can't reach anybody else. Okay, so he's gonna bite. I know again. Oh, that's gonna miss. Hey, rolled real low. Right? Or does this is AC? Oh no, that actually does hit. That still hits. Okay. Oh, I know, you poor baby. It's 17 points of damage to him. Okay. That is the Hydra's turn. I know. Or Phil first. Phil is going to open his hands up, and he is going to send out 2 motes of energy. Natural 20. And a miss.
I know can make energy balls out of his hands.
Yes. I know is not a fighter.
I'll be honest, I had no idea what any of them did. I knew Chaz was a sorcerer.
Hmm.
Chaz is a model. What are you talking about?
So 21 points of damage? That's not so bad.
How are we supposed to teach adventurers to learn how to fight if they can't even fit inside the dungeon?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How will we do anything? Okay, so that's that.
Needs to be at least 2 times bigger.
At least twice this big. Okay. I know is going to run forward. Oh god.
In Chaz's voice.
In Chaz's voice.
Chaz is narrating.
Oh, look as he runs.
He's like
I
up
know
there,
he's
like he's
going
just
to
like
do it,
hiding
and he's
somewhere,
going
just
to
like
get it.
narrating.
I'm just on the wrong layer, so I'm having a hard time. I was like trying to get onto the fucking layer. All right, so he's gonna run all the way in here. And go. Ah! Oh, you know what? No, he's gonna swim out here. That's what he's gonna do, so he can flank with Mitnir to some degree. And he is going to attack. Advantage. Well, he's gonna rage, and then he's going to attack with 2 natural 19s. Definitely gonna hit. It's 5, 13 points of damage. He's like chopping into one of the like the backs of one of the necks and begins to writhe in pain. And that's going to put us at Orin's turn.
Ooh,
Oh, sorry, he's the second attack,
that's fine.
which will also
I can
hit.
wait.
8, 16, 14, 30. Okay, so he as he cuts through this thing and chop, and then he chops again, you watch as one of the head goes and kind of like falls limp. So one of the heads dies.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's gonna put us at Orin, your turn proper. You guys with your
Okay.
freaking D&D talk in the background.
I'm before Orin.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's arrows everywhere. Seti.
All right,
And
so
everybody's talking in the background.
I'm already 30 feet up in the
needed
air.
help.
I'm going to go another 30 feet up, and I will do a couple more Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Hang on, let me check. This is a big fight. Let's do the... Is that the 4th level or 5th level? I have to find it first. Psychic Lance. It's also 120 feet range. The Hydra has to make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
The
That does
DC
not
The DC is 20.
Oh,
Well, that's a failure.
All right. So that is... Hang on, let me make sure. Damage increases by 1d6, so it is... All right, good, perfect. Going to be... 28 psychic damage. Boy, that's a lot of ones as well. All right. I should have done a lot more damage than my Eldritch Blasts, but... 28 psychic, and I will burn another aspect of Twilight. Do another...
This isn't an attack roll, so you cannot burn Aspect of Twilight.
Oh, that's right, because it's a saving throw. All right, never mind. I won't do that. But I will do a bonus action, which will be to... Am I within 90 feet? If I'm 50 feet up in the air.
Yeah, you're within 90 feet.
All right. I will... That's concentration, though. Is Tasha's concentration? Yes, it is. All right. Let me see what the feature says. Or the curse thingy. Sorry. I keep forgetting about concentration. Which is within 30 feet. What if I flew closer instead of further up? Would I be within 30 feet of it? If I was like above Bill or I know whichever one this is.
If you're less than 30 feet up, sure.
I'm 30 feet up, but it's got like 20 feet heads. So I'd be 10 feet above it.
Its body is currently half submerged, but like, yeah, if it came up more out of the water, it could probably reach you, yeah.
I'm just wondering if I can Hexblade's Curse it, which is 30 feet.
You can get down to 30 feet and Hexblade's Curse it if you want.
Okay.
It's just up to you what you want to do.
Yeah.
Do it, yeah.
Okay, so I drop a bit. And
It's
that...
just 30 feet, or 15 feet, not 30 feet. So if you get within 30 feet, it's not going to get a reaction until you...
Yeah, I was just wondering where I had to be to get within 30 feet. Like if this was okay.
Somewhere within 30 feet.
I don't... All right, fine.
Just say you want to get within 30 feet is fine.
Okay.
You're working up and down as an addition, so it gets weird, so it's impossible to
Yes,
really...
okay, sure. So I Hexblade's Curse it for my bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay. And you're staying there, about 30 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I probably have more movement.
At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action. And it is going to boom, 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 and come to the lakeshore and stomp through you guys. It will... You are now in its range, steady, but you do not... It doesn't get an attack on you on the way through, but it does stomp on Ino. Or not Ino, it's an attack opportunity for Ino. Oh, which is a miss. Ino, you piece of shit. And then Phil and Mitnir, you get stomped on. So it's making a stomp attack against you. And that is going to be... 27 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give me a d8. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it is going to also do the same thing to Phil. 19 to hit, also hits. And that's 15 points.
Can we just trade those to hits, you know?
Okay. And then it's going to get all the way up to you guys. But that is its turn.
That was a
It's-
legendary action, though, right?
That was its legendary action.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why it's not attacking now.
Gotcha.
That was just its movement.
So Orin's next. I'll be right
yes.
back.
Okay. Well, I guess this is my buffing round.
Okay.
So Orin's gonna take the superhero landing pose, and then do Radiant Soul and bamf out his wings,
Hell yeah.
and then gonna fly up and a little closer. Uh, 10, 15. I'm just gonna get within like 50 feet of it, so however high I gotta go. I'm probably 40 feet up, I would say. I don't know. We'll say I'm 40 feet up
Word.
around this spot.
Cool.
And yeah, that's it.
Sweet. So that is gonna.
Buffing round.
All right. That is your turn. Propsy.
Okay, I'm going to slightly step to the side so that we're flanking. And I'm going to cast a 5th level Flame Blade.
Who do you automatically make an attack with it, or is that an action, or is that a bonus action?
Bonus action to cast.
Sweet.
And the attack is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then it becomes...
That wasn't even with advantage.
Nope. 16 fire damage.
16 fire damage.
Which is honestly a little lower than I expected, but...
Yep. Okay, so you see as it starts to sizzle the flesh and begins to cauterize the wounds a little bit. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't believe I can do anything else, so yes.
Okay, stay where you are.
Yep.
Mitnir?
I'm on a rage, and then I assume it's within the 10-foot range or whatever for zapping it
Yeah.
when I rage.
Yeah, you can do that. You can
So-
still zap it.
Yeah, Dex DC 17.
Dex DC 17.
Yeah.
10 plus. I think it's a failure. Yes, it is a failure.
So 9 points of lightning damage.
Sweet.
And then, is it in range for me to attack it, or do I need to chase after
You can
it?
still attack it. You can still attack it. Because it's so big, you can still like whop at its tail.
Okay, I'm gonna just do that for now. Then, am I flanking with anybody, or I don't know. I'm just asking
you're actually
positioning wise,
flanking
like
I think you're flanking with me right now.
right. That's why I was like monster position of me and Grim. Like, is that flanking? You know.
Yes, that is flanking.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and take a first big swing.
Does it matter that I'm invisible right now?
Yeah, it does.
'Cause I
Not for
haven't-
not for flanking, it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So a 28 to hit.
28 to hit. That does hit. Yeah, for sure.
So that would be wow. That's a pitiful roll. 15 points of damage. I rolled
That's
2
all
ones.
right.
And then I will go ahead and just swing again. Oh. Well, it's a 30 to hit. Let's see if it. Nope, not 20. So 33 to hit. And that is 18 points of damage.
Sweet.
And that is my turn.
Okay. So, you guys are doing some serious damage here. Grim.
Grim, what you gonna do, Grim? I've had all this time to think. But
Well, you're
as I
nice and
said,
invisible at the moment, so.
yes, but also, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cast Guardian of Nature and do the Great Tree thing and cover myself with a Barky Bark and get my temporary hit points. And then, oh wait, oh well, screw it. And then, that's a bonus action, so I can still whack him.
Whack!
I'll whack him with my magic stick
With advantage.
with advantage. Yeah. Oh, I would have advantage either way. It's a 27.
Okay.
And he said, whack.
I mean, it definitely hits.
10 damage.
Okay.
Probably not what I should have done, but oh well.
Okay, so with that, we make our way back up to the Hydra's turn. And on its
And
turn,
have him roll his con check too, since he's too close to me.
con check. That is a 17 plus his modifier, so I think
17 plus is what, 12?
uh
Yeah, he's
it
gonna be
doesn't
fine.
say, it doesn't technically say he's proficient in any
He still probably
things.
has a lot of con though.
But he does have a lot of con, so
Yeah, so he's fine.
okay.
He's fine.
So with that, at the start of its turn, he his heads grow back, and he gains 2 additional heads. The part that's sizzling from the fire does not seem to seal up well enough, and a head just bursts straight out of it, and as does a second. So that's going to put him back up.
Not enough fire damage.
And now he is attacking with 6 heads.
Uh-oh.
So let's get a biting. Okay, so 1, 2, Grim.
Okay,
30.
that hits. Believe it or not.
That is. Oh, that's only 15 points. Is that right? Go check his.
Okay,
That is
okay.
16 points of piercing damage.
Joke's on you. I have more than 16 hit points.
Burb. Oops, that's the wrong thing. That is a 30 to hit. Bird?
Me?
Yes, 30 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And then that is 23 points of piercing damage.
Fun.
Flyer above. 23 to hit.
Use my action to cast shield. Oh, and it misses.
I always forget I have breaths. My God.
Phil. 26 to hit. Phil's getting hit.
What's nice about Hydras is just like you don't have to choose who to attack, and they just attack everybody.
Yep.
One
it's
for
really
you
nice.
and one for you.
Oh my god, he's actually looking like he's at half health already, Phil is.
I thought his name is Phyllis now.
Phil?
Healing.
Phil is at half health.
Phyllis.
Okay. Mitnir, that is a 22 to hit you.
That hits.
That is 20 points of piercing damage. Reduced it's 10. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has an additional bite. What is the tastiest?
I am mushroom coated.
How high up in the air are you, Orin?
40 feet.
40 feet off the water? That's about level with the top of its head.
It'd be 40 feet off the rock I was on, so however high that rock was.
That would put you slightly out of its range. That range is about 10 feet off the ground. So if you went up 40 feet from that, put you at 50 feet off the water, which would put you above where he can reach. So he will not bite at you. Instead, he will bite at the one he didn't taste. That is a natural 1.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time shuffling that for no fucking reason. And that is his turn. He bites in all directions. And then we move on to Phil's turn. Phil's gonna come closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna get on in there. He's gonna attack its tail.
Is it Phil or I know?
Or I know, I did it in the wrong. I keep doing them in the wrong order.
I was
This is I know.
because I was like, wait, isn't I know?
Yeah, I'm doing I know first. So I know's coming in with the sword, and he swings bad and misses, but he swings again. That's 7 plus. Oh, that still misses, dude. I know. Roll above a 5, bro. Well, he did roll above a 5, but roll above a 10.
I don't even remember Hydras being that hard to hit, really.
This isn't a regular Hydra.
Well, I know, but I mean, just like, it shouldn't be like a huge roll. I mean, to be able to hit it.
You want me to tell you its armor class?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, because you can figure it out just by when I finally say that just hits. You'll know its armor class.
Yeah,
But he has missed its armor class, and he has a +8 to hit. So, okay. It is going. Oh no! So Phil swung twice and just couldn't get it. He just couldn't get the leverage in the water and the muck. His foot just slips in and he just can't quite get an attack on. Phil is going to arch back and he's going to throw the world's biggest pile of magic at him. He's just going to go, "You need to go to sleep." And he opens his hands and this fan of fire comes out at him. That's going to be 18 points of fire damage from Phil. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this right now. Okay. All right. That is their turn. Seti.
Alrighty, I'm going to action Crown of Stars. Where do I mark that off at, though? It's not a spell. I thought it was a spell. It's a... Crown of Stars, there it is. Alright. And... It says no action, but that's wrong. It's an action to boot it up. And then for my bonus action, can I cast one of the smotes?
How mine works, so probably.
Yeah. Alright, so that is an attack roll. And I get +5 because of the Hexblade's curse. So that's a 34 to hit.
+5 to hit from Hexblade's curse?
Or is it +5 damage?
I think it's +5 damage.
I don't remember anything. It's been so
Pretty
long.
sure you don't get +5 to hit from Hexblade's curse.
Yeah, that would be a lot. +5 bonus to damage rolls. Alright, even better. And I get 7 HP if it dies. Okay, so what did I just roll? 29 for that.
Yeah, you still hit it.
Just to hit.
Still way hit it, but I was like 34.
And then +5 damage. God, my damage dice are pretty low today, but that's still 39 points.
Goodness.
Of radiant
Only
damage.
one of those was low. What are you talking about?
Sorry, well, it was the first one I saw.
You got 11, a 12, a 2, and a 9.
I only saw the 2. The rest of them were under my numbers.
That's well above average.
All right, so 39 points for that, and then I will burn Aspect of Twilight.
Yeah, average for that would be what, 26? 6.5.
Yeah. Oh, those were both 2 points. 2d8 gave
Now
me
that-
2 points.
That one's good.
Man, I need to get that feat where you can reroll ones on your damage.
My 2d6s earlier were both ones. It was like,
All right, so that was a total of 41 damage for my turn, and then I'm going to move another 30 feet up in the air.
Cool.
Oh wait, is my fly speed actually 30 feet or is it
While that's
60?
happening, as a legendary action, he's gonna slap the shit out of somebody with his tail. Who's he gonna slap first?
Oren, by the way, I'm pretty sure you still have 2 tendrils. I don't think you used them.
How long do those last?
I think they just stay with you.
Oh, because we did a
Doesn't say
long
that they
rest.
go.
though.
Yeah, but they
Okay, so he's gonna smack
they're
Aino
like single use. They
first.
disappear after they die.
Oh, that is a 30 to hit Aino. And then Aino needs to make a strength check. But first, he's going to take 13 points of damage. Damn, Aino's getting his ass kicked. He's well less than half HP. And then he needs to make a strength check. And he does not beat a 21, so he gets a strength saving throw. Efficiency. Still not enough. And he gets knocked and pushed 20 feet back.
At least he can't get hit for a little bit.
Yeah, so he just gets back in the water, goes. He just sort of skips like a rock across the surface. Cool. Oren.
Okay, so I guess I will get within.
Oh yeah, one of its head dies, by the way.
I will
From
get.
SETI.
Oh! Somebody
get-
burn it quick!
Let's see if I get 20. I'm gonna get like right next to it, like right here, and I will do 2 attacks. So that's a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit for sure.
So that does 11 slashing damage plus, I think it's 12 radiant damage. So that, what's that? 23 damage. on
23.
that. And then I'm gonna do the, was it nibble? That nibble
Oh yeah.
one. That's a 1d6.
Huh.
1 more piercing damage.
Okay. You switched it from an even number of HP to an odd number of HP.
And then
Congratulations.
second attack.
Okay.
That's a 15 to hit. That probably misses.
That misses.
Okay, and then bonus action, burning hands.
Burning hands.
So that is without any key points. It's just a level 1 burning hands. But if I add a key point, I think, how many key points do I gotta add? 1 key equals 1 spell level. So I'll do 2 key points. So that'd be a level 3. And that's
Okay.
what, 1d6 for each level. Okay, so 5d6 fire damage. So that will be 19 fire damage.
19 fire damage.
And I gotta mark off 2 key points. Boop, boop. And then I will fly back out. And because I have mobile, I don't do opportunity attack.
Okay. This thing is going to do a full whip around. And it's going to smack Baropsy with its tail.
Wow.
So it does not like that you have fire and that all these guys are hitting it with fire.
Bye, Bropsy.
That is a not as good as I was hoping for. 16 to hit you.
Doesn't that hit?
Yeah, it's your turn. I rolled a natural. I rolled a natural 3.
I was like,
How I
everyone who has
always-
high AC, you're like roll low. Versus me, you're like, yeah, you get smacked.
I mean, okay, so guys, it's to hit is plus 13. So like, I have to roll pretty low to fuck up. I just rolled a 3 on her, but I've been rolling 17s against you in here. I've been rolling 17s against you, no joke. Okay.
Well, worth noting to people is that I have Wall of Fire, which does more damage, but I don't think I can move it once it's up.
You cannot
Hmm.
move it.
So I guess I'm just gonna Flame Blade again.
Mm-hmm.
This
You
one.
don't have flaming sphere, or did you replace that with a?
I've never had Flaming Sphere.
Oh, I thought you used that before.
I thought you used that one.
Oh, I know I've used it. I just thought
Yeah.
I remembered you using it.
Yeah, I chose Flame Blade instead. Well, that's a 22.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. For another 19 fire damage.
19 fire damage. Okay, so as it does, you see that the wounds begin to burn and cauterize, and it goes. Okay. And your orbs all pulse. It is below half health.
Yeah.
And you hear Phil go, now attack your orbs! And that's going to put us at Mitnir's turn.
Attacking with the
Obvious.
orb is a action, right?
Yes, it is.
Isn't your breath thing a bonus action?
Yeah, but I don't want to not attack it.
Your breath thing is a
Yeah,
attack?
but no, that's a bonus action. But I don't want to not attack it.
It's a bonus action, but it's an attack.
I mean,
so
we can
you're
also
good.
wait until it gets down to like quarter health.
Yeah, I'm definitely swinging.
You drank a fire breathing potion.
yeah,
You're gonna use it?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, he's going to do that as a bonus action.
Yeah, exactly. So that's 32 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and that is 19 points of slashing.
Jesus.
Second attack is another 33 to hit,
Yeah.
and that is 20 points of slashing.
Oh,
And then
boy.
I will bonus action breathe fire at it, and that's a Dex DC of 13.
That's still a failure.
So it takes 10 points of fire damage. 1,
That's
2, 2,
okay.
5.
Takes 10 more points of damage. 2 more heads die. So this thing sits with 3 heads.
Wow.
You guys killed half its heads that turn. Right? Am I doing the math right here?
Right.
It's your math.
Yeah. You guys kill 3 heads in one turn. And they do not regrow. Grim.
Oh, it's Grimm's turn. Okay. Well, shoot. I guess I'll just throw my orb at it.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
And that's just what? Just a regular old attack
It's
roll?
a dex attack roll, yeah.
Well, it
Dex
has to
with
be
proficiency.
dex? Even if I just throw it really
Yeah,
hard?
well, you could do a melee with it. You can just use your tentacles and just.
That's
Yeah,
true. I
just
am
do
like,
strength.
I have a 20-foot reach, don't I?
Yeah,
You
use
do
strength.
have LP available still, right? For yours?
I do.
Like you're not at
50 whole-
1,000 or whatever, right?
I'm at 950.
Yep, he has enough LP to capture this
You're
last
good then.
monster.
Should I just use an unarmed attack for that, I guess?
Yes.
So that's a 15.
15 misses.
Yeah. Thanks, me. Rolled so good. Okay, well then as a bonus action, I will healing word on I know. Or where is it? Let's do a 3rd level healing. Just gonna heal him for 11.
Okay. I know heals for
Because he's the one
11.
that's been getting hit on a lot,
Yeah,
right?
he was like at a quarter health.
Okay, there you go. I know.
Thank you. So it is 9 o'clock, guys. Do we want to
It
keep
is.
going a little bit, or do we want to just stop?
I think Gina would like to spend time with me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So as you guys are fighting this Hydra, it whips its tail around one more time, tries to whack the bird further away. That's a 31 to hit.
I thought, should we stop at the end of the round with Grim?
Yeah,
It's
this
a
is
legendary
the
action.
legendary action.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. My brain just
Here's
immediately
the
forgot
thing.
that.
My AC is 21. If I use my breath point, does that
It would still hit you. Yeah.
Oh,
Still
okay
hit,
then.
yeah.
Now make a
Did it?
strength saving throw.
Good thing she's a swole bird.
Strength saving?
I don't know what's under those feathers. She'd be like super buff.
18. That's surprisingly good for me because I
Still
have
a
an
failure.
11 strength.
Still a failure. And you-
Okay. I'm still
yeah.
proud of Rapsy. She gave it her all.
yeah.
That was a really good roll.
And you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are launched 20 feet away.
Luckily, I can fly, so it's fine. Is that 20 points of damage?
I mean, you're still getting knocked prone before you. Yeah, and you fly.
You knocked
20
her off the map. Almost.
That's right at the wall.
There's nothing past there. If you get knocked one space further, you're gone.
Into the abyss.
Okay, so that is your turn.
We've already been there.
And
No, that was
as
legendary,
you,
yeah.
or that is Grim's turn over.
Yeah.
And as he slaps you in the thing, three of the remaining heads launch into the air and go, which echoes throughout all of the lower strata and the OAC. As the hunt continues on to the night, we will end our session there in an awkward spot and pick it back up next time to finish it off, and maybe even finish the cauldron off if we can get more done during a session. Honestly, I think that my brain's been just going so slow lately, and we've been so out of it that it kind of just makes every session just like walk 5 feet, talk to 3 people, do a fight. So
That's fine.
ideally, next time we'll just have a little bit more going on in my brain region, and maybe we can get this thing really cracking on. Till then, just want to let you guys know that we love you. And remember, we did it for the rolls.
Hey, good night.
Bye.